A call center overseas of hundreds of workers whose sole purpose was to reach out to victims, try to gain their trust. A lot of these initial reach outs were very innocuous, didn't come off the bat looking for money right away, but try to gain trust with folks. And once they feel they had good trust, they would convince them to invest thousands of dollars into essentially fraudulent investment schemes. And a lot of times that was done through cryptocurrency or actually hard money.
And the suspect is 37 years old. His name is Chen Zi. Take a look. This is his picture right here. He is the founder and chairman.
Chen Zhi. Why can't they get Chinese names right?
I don't know.
You know?
News, come on. It's your job. Just, you don't have to learn Chinese, but learn how to pronounce people's names.
Yeah, what's her name's probably like Kathy Smith. What is it? Kate Smythe. Yeah, come on, dude.
Yes.
Seriously,
Anyway,
Chen Zhi.
this guy, this is very interesting.
Where's he from?
He's from China. A lot of media keeps saying, oh, Cambodian national. Guess
no,
what?
He's Chinese.
He was operating his horrible crime scheme in Cambodia, but he's from China.
Yeah.
So this guy was, he's on the run.
Yeah.
$15 billion umbrella enterprise. And what this was the pig butchering scam. We've covered this. You ever got a text message? Someone pretends like they know you.
Just like, hi.
You know. And they get to talking to you, and then they eventually try to get you to fork money over after a long game, right? What you were talking to, you were talking to a slave. A modern-day slave in Cambodia run by Chinese gangsters.
Yes.
This guy operated 100-plus companies.
Mm-hmm.
He was capturing people. Well, his enterprise was capturing people, forcing them to work in these slave camps where they would get beat and murdered.
Yeah, it's terrible.
If they didn't get enough money from their victims.
Yeah.
And they'd be forced to work in these slave camps, texting you in Western countries or abroad, trying to get money out of you. And so it was this horrible, horrible situation. Apparently, the FBI has nabbed the organization. The guy, like I said, the guy's on the run. But this is a major disruption of one of the worst criminal enterprises of all time.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Run by a Chinese guy.
Yeah.
We all know that the pig butchering scam came from China because it is a Chinese, the whole idea of pig butchering is a Chinese thing, right?
Yeah.
I've done several videos on this in the past when it first kind of reared its ugly head. And people have reached out to me, people who have lost, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to this, because what they'll do is they'll even form like these romantic relationships with people.
That's the easiest way to get like lonely dudes.
Yeah, exactly. And then they get them to invest. Oh, I've got an uncle who has this amazing crypto company, he's got insights into crypto. And then they make these websites, these fake websites that look legit. It'll be like cryptoexchange.org or something. And you go there, it's legit. And then you transfer crypto money into it. And it turns up there and it looks like it's there and it updates and you can log in and see your investment. But as soon as you try to take the money out, then they delay and they're like, oh, we can't get it out, or you have to pay some tax, and then they get you to send more money until they basically bleed you dry.
Yeah. And
then they just disappear.
Yeah. So this is a major disruption, like I said.
It's good. These guys need to go.
It's huge. It's chipping away, but what you have to understand is China is linked to so many criminal enterprises. This is like it's not a drop in the bucket. It's a huge thing.
Yes.
It's a good thing. But let's keep the momentum going.
Of Prince Holding Group, which is a business conglomerate based in Cambodia. U.S. authorities say it is one of Asia's largest criminal organizations. Now, so far, they are still looking for him. He is not in custody yet.
This was huge. The Chinese military is getting absolutely slaughtered, like completely purged. And what this means is a lot of people are thinking this is fragility. And the reason it's a symbol of fragility is when you remove the top military generals, it means you're probably trying to get people super loyal to you and get rid of anyone that you might see as a potential threat.
Yep.
But a lot of times, those are the very people that are running the show, right? That you actually need,
sure.
Right? And sometimes when you put someone that you think is like incredibly loyal to you, which is what Xi Jinping's been doing, oftentimes those people get purged as well because the paranoia runs deep, right? Let's just look at this. The 9 officials just recently,
okay,
right? The vice chairman of the Central Military Commission, the director of the Central Military Commission's Political Work Department, an executive deputy director of the Central Military Commission's Political Work Department, an executive deputy director of it, Eastern Theater commander, the Army's political commissioner, the Navy's political commissioner, the Rocket Forces commander, and the Armed Police Force commander. These are very high-level positions
Sure.
getting purged out of the Chinese military. And do you know why they say it? I say it's because of corruption. Now, here's the deal.
Everyone is corrupt.
Yeah, I mean, the Chinese military is probably one of the most corrupt enterprises in the entire world.
Yes.
So I get that, but that's how China operates.
Yep.
So that's not an excuse. It means that I think my analysis is that the political leadership in China is very fragile and worried about things right now.
Sure.
It is trying to do everything it can to consolidate because they're probably worried about some sort of in conflict. If there was enough pushback, let's say they invaded Taiwan.
Yeah.
If there was enough pushback within the local populace, I just lost my son. Millions of sons died in this war, right?
Sure.
That could put a lot of pressure on the CCP. There could be revolts. There could be a military coup if you have people in there that just want to consolidate power because they have all the guns, right? It's a lot of things that they're worried about right now. So this is something to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely.
Huge crackdown on Christianity right now in China. And I thought it's just so ironic because there was a push. And I think this is something that you had tracked. On Twitter, we were seeing Western shills for this Chinese government
big time.
saying that, hey, what are you talking about? There's religion all over China.
It's like you get these fresh off the boat shills will go to Shanghai, and there are historical churches there, right? But they're governed. It's like it's there as a tourist attraction, number one. And if you do want to go to a church in China, it's China's own very controlled version of Christianity, where they have their own version of the Bible. They have pictures of Xi Jinping on the wall inside there. Everything that's said is censored, and there are minders that sit there. It's not freedom of religion.
No.
But you get there like, oh, look, there's a church. Everyone says religion's banned in
It's North
China.
Korea's version of religion. It also exists in North Korea. It's literally a party apparatus to control people.
Yeah, they go there and they're like, oh, look, you've got mosques in China. Meanwhile, it's not possible to bring a Quran into China. It's illegal. Or a Bible. It's illegal to bring a Bible into China. But, you had this big push to try and pretend like there's religious freedom. This, again, is the whole money talks, bullshit walks kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, where you can actually see the real way China treats religion. Yeah. And this was a big crackdown.
Yeah, the next picture just shows some evidence of that. I just want to show, it kind of makes it more real when you see the secret police going in and like just going through books. They're just arresting religious figures.
Yes.
Going through the books. So actually millions of people, and I've met these guys when I was in Inner Mongolia. These are Han Chinese, it was a Han Chinese village I met. They're all underground Catholics, and they they basically celebrated their religion underground with the threat of going to jail for the rest of their life because they cannot properly worship God in their own way in China without being persecuted or having to worship the state first.
Well, that's because the Communist Party is above God and must always be the number one thing.
Correct.
When you pledge allegiance type thing in the school, you're pledging allegiance to the Communist Party.
You know what? There's probably a soundbite for this, but it's like reminds me. It must be
nice to live in a real country.
Yeah, I would love to live in a country where I can't worship my and follow my religion.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great.
Isn't that awesome?
It's a real country.
Yeah, it's a real country.
That's what real
for
countries
sure.
do. This is big news.
Sure.
So this is. Do you remember this whole chip debacle? Right. The whole thing is nobody wants China or the Chinese government to get a hold of high-level chips. Right. Not talking about Doritos. Not talking about
Doritos.
Fritos.
Not a high-level chip. What the hell's wrong with you? That's like the lowest level. Maybe like a Fritos.
Hey,
or
if we ever got a Dorito sponsor, we'd do it. It's fine.
We'd do it.
Support an American company.
Yeah, with grin and bear. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, they're trying not to let, it's not good for China to get a hold of some chips because what they can do is take over the entire chip industry and then the world becomes dominant on an authoritarian power run by a communist dictatorship. Probably not a good idea.
And also they use the advanced chips in their AI and in their weapons and so on.
Military applications.
Well, the fact is, all of China's chip technology that they have today is stolen. They have not actually, they've not been able to create their own chips. Every single Chinese chip out there is a derivative of something else.
For sure.
And what's happening is people are trying to keep the advanced tooling away from China because once they steal the advanced tooling, then they can make high-level chips.
Yes.
Because they can't make it by themselves.
Nope.
But yeah.
So what happened is the Dutch government took control of Nexperia. It was a Chinese-owned chip maker based in the Netherlands, citing serious governance shortcomings and threats to national and European economic security. The decision made under the Goods Availability Act follows investigations that reportedly uncovered hidden kill switches in chip designs and evidence of embedded Chinese intelligence operatives within the company's Dutch operatives. Gee, I wonder what they were doing.
Yeah.
Couldn't be completely stealing the technology to go reverse engineer. Right now, China's got a government-mandated program to get as much technology moved over to China as possible by a certain time period.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the new doctrine and be all end all goal of the CCP right now.
Yes.
So you're seeing a lot of this kind of stuff. Authorities acted to secure Europe's semiconductor supply chain and prevent potential disruption in a crisis, fearing Beijing could pressure the firm to prioritize China's needs. Nexperia's Chinese company Wing Tech has denounced the move as discriminatory and vowed legal action. What a surprise. The takeover deepens EU-China trade tensions, already strained by Beijing's ties to Russia and U.S. sanctions. Wingtech was placed on a U.S. entity list in 2024 for national security reasons. Nexperia previously faced similar scrutiny in the UK, where it was forced to divest its Newport plant. Despite the intervention, production in the Netherlands continues, while Dutch officials maintain that the measure is purely precautionary to safeguard the strategic technology and prevent espionage-linked vulnerabilities in Europe's chip sector. It gets so much worse than that. People are prioritizing this. I wanted to follow up this with something I saw, an incredible story on 60 Minutes.
Okay.
Can we have a little look?
Sure. Exactly.
This is your homework.
Oh, this is the homework.
I was going to play the whole thing. I will not play the whole thing because it's probably like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, and I mean, let them
again,
get their views, dude.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys that wants to sit here and take credit for someone's news, right?
Sure.
I link stuff down below.
Sure,
Just
sure.
link below. This is your homework. If you are an American or honestly anybody,
If you're just a person,
if you're a person, watch this interview.
even if you're an Americant.
Yes. It is. I'll play the first like 30 seconds so you understand what it's about.
Sure.
Go load this up in a tab. We are not a sponsor of 60 Minutes or affiliated in any way, but this is incredibly important.
Okay, let's.
This is a fantastic story. They actually go into a water plant that was hacked by China and talk to the water treatment guy
Okay.
and try to ascertain what happens and then go back to this expert about this as to why this happened. And it covers the whole gamut of why every single American is targeted by China right now.
Yeah.
If this is not the biggest threat that we're facing right now in the entire world, I don't know what is.
Yep.
This is huge. It's time to pay attention.
I think so. I will agree with you. I think everybody could do a little bit of homework. You know, you can push it off till a little later. First, enjoy your weekend
Sure,
a bit,
of course,
but,
of course. But
please check it out. The link's down below.
I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember, I'm so rude.
She's playing on her phone.
She doesn't give a crap.
You have animal cruelty of actually being cruel to the animal,
Yes.
like live.
First of all, when IKEA opened in China, it became a free-for-all.
Oh man, it was nuts.
Look, there's something here, and he'll pretend to scrape it off, and like, oh, you almost got a puncture, and then his buddy will come and steal the phone. This one is just taking the piss.
Man,
The sounds of the rainforest. You know, like birds. Or
the ambience. Man.
Like, this is the sounds of the streets of China. Pew, 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 pew.
It's true, you really
It's
are-
absolutely.